Today I'm coming with a new video how to generate a tax check code for the Minicab license. Basically it is the non-character tax code, and whenever you apply for the new license or you are the old existing drivers, so if you want to renew your license you have to generate the non-tax check code. It is the new requirement for the TFLs, and is specifically is mentioned in your application form, so where you need to put the non-character codes on your application forms. It's a very easy process, just to need to get like some informations before to generate the tax codes. So let's go together to the HMRC website where we can generate the tax code. So if you do not know, just write down in the Google TFL requirement for a tax code, so you can see the complete tax check code for the private hire or the scrap metal. So you need to click on this one. When you click on this one you will get the guidance how to generate the tax check code. Is basically they gave him the option for the scrap metal people who working, or they are taxi peoples, and there's a different carriage carrier like a hackney carriage and the consuls license holders. They do need to generate the taxi code, but today my market is the target market is basically the private hire drivers, so I will just focus on the private hire drivers. And for this one you do need to read thoroughly all the information which is given on the websites, so I can see word by word you must carry out the tax check code. You cannot text as agent advisor, or like agent means that they're talking about your accountant, so he can just give you the gateway code if you don't know him, and he can tell you how to generate the gateway codes, and from your accountant you cannot take out the help. Otherwise it's so easy to generate the tax check code. If you are making an application on behalf of someone, so you need a specific details, so my focus point today not to generate for someone else. I'm generating my own one. I will put my own details, and after this one you need to follow the instructions one by one. See, is mentioned if you apply for the more than two, like some people generating our company, they are applying for the behalf of the other people to apply for their PCO license. So that's why they give the information for the other persons when you're generating the tax code. Like earlier I mentioned, today's my target is only private hire drivers. Again, the information we just read through it, and they're giving him the same one. Is mentioned, like I mentioned, in taxi driver, private hire vehicle operators, scrap metal site, scrap metal collectors. So these all do need the tax code whenever they apply for the applications. So today our point is the private hire driver only, and when you scroll down the page downside, so you will see there is a start button is mentioned. So when you go to the start button, they will ask you the gateway code. Like earlier I mentioned, if you don't have the gateway code, so you can ask from your accountant, and he can help you to generate the gateway code. Otherwise it's so easy when you apply for first time to generate a gateway code. Just go to the HMRC website and give him my sign up. Is like if you click on the sign up, they will ask you the some kind of informations, your personal information. When you put your personal informations, where you can easily generate your gateway code. Here you go, complete the tax check code. So they will ask some common questions, like I mentioned, you gateway user ID and gateway user password. If you don't have it, so you can ask from your accountant. If your accountant don't have it, then you can generate by yourself. Is they will ask you very common question. You just need to go to the HMRC website where you need to sign up. When you sign up for the gateway code, so you can generate your gateway code and password. Also I have already my gateway code and password, so I'm gonna put here today my one. Basically the gateway code is consists of the 12 words and like a 12 characters, not word, 12 characters. So whenever you generate the gateway user ID, That's when you can just use the gateway code. So user ID like is a 12 characters. So when you put the 12 character on your user ID, and I have basically already my gateway user ID and password, so I'm putting my one. You put your code, I use my one, so I mentioned clearly I use my password one as well, and I get the OTP code on my mobile, so I'm gonna put my OTP code here. When I put my OTP code here, so here you go, they're gonna ask you for the personal information like your identity documents, and for the identity document they can they will clearly mention your passport, your driving license, payslip or P60, self-assessment, tax credit, optionals and credit record. So whatever is easy for you, you can provide him the all details. So I choose whatever is available with me. So I choose the first one, options, so I can provide easily like a passport or driving license. Sometimes they do ask to connect with your mobile phone and scan the copy of it, and sometimes they ask you the date and timing. So they are like targeting everyone individually. So for me it's easy to provide him my passport or driving license, so I can choose the first one. They asking you here, are you on a computer or tablet right now? If some people using the PC, because sometimes PC do not get an access to the camera, so that's why they asking. So I choose the iPad one. So now I got the option, do you have the iPhone or something? So I have the iPhone, so I'm gonna select the first one. So whatever is easy for you can select one. So here they asking for, do you have a valid passport? Yes, I have a valid passport, so I'll select the yes one. After this one there is a last stage, and when I scan my passport, so after the scanning my passport, when I confirm my identity, so after the completing my identity, the next option is going to comes up on the window to generate the tax code. So when I click on the generate to the tax codes, so they automatically generate nine character tax codes. So after completing my ID and passport detail, I'm writing it for you because sometimes maybe it's harder to understand my accent. After the completing the ID check, they just confirming your old detail. When they confirm your old detail, they will automatically generate your tax code. And this when they generate your tax code, so this tax code you need to use in your application form. Even if you applying your first time or you renewing your license, you need to give him. This was by like gateway code I mentioned you earlier. So whenever you're making your application, you need to provide him the gateway code first, and after the gateway code, when complete your ID check, they will give you the option to generate your tax code. When you click on generate tax codes, you will get the 9 character on it. So the 9 character you can use in your application form. Without the tax code, I don't think so they can accept your application. They're gonna return the application or send you the email, please resend your tax code. So you have to provide him the tax code. And thank you for watching my video. Thanks for your time. And if you get any difficulty, you can leave the comment. So I will come back to you with my comment, and I'll try my best to help you out. So it's so easy process. If you're still getting any difficulty to apply for your license or renewing your license, if you need any help with the zero test, if you do need any help with the topographical test or generating any tax code, license check code, so you can contact me via, just put a comment on it. I'll come back to you via comment. So hi God, this is my basically the tax code I already generated, so this one I need to put in my application. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day.